just hit the button, so it's live, indirect, coming from a place of broadcasting. All right, let's get back to that. Let's find out. Hold on, this is day 10. Where's my live right now? There it is. Yeah, I'm
I
on.
thought yesterday was day 10.
Well, today is the 11th, as you can
Yeah.
find. Um. All right, so let me see. What we got going here is the targeting that Ayana is doing, right? Because I think we should have her like talking it through. Like right here, I feel like it should be her mouth kind of up close,
Mm.
kind of like saying, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I was supposed to be, but she's probably been watching the whole time, right?
I would say no, because she probably wouldn't wait for them to get.
I'll turn it up, toe up like that.
Yeah, yeah. And also, you might want to zoom out a little on those lips so we have rooms for words without
That's
kind
what
of
this word balloon is. You see
vamping
this
out the
night?
art.
Look at it. Look at this word balloon right here. See this circle, this oval shaped circle thing with lines in it? That's a word balloon.
Yeah, no, I
But
see
but
that.
but but I was thinking that she's gonna be talking through these as well as she target and sets up her sights on what her. All right, man. I think I gotta explain how this gun works for the people in the back. Where we at? All right, where's it at? So what's happening is she has this beautiful heads up display, right? This is kind of like a Bluetooth monitor that she's looking through. All right. See
Mm.
this? You see this control thing right here? It has a trigger and it has like a little button that actually, the button on top locks in the targets as she goes through the sites, right? She's gonna cycle through. Now this is gonna be in like a 3D space, almost like a AR, augmented reality. She can pinpoint. It's gonna say the distance from the target. She can lock that little spot right in the air behind the robot. Right? She can like
Mm-hmm.
click a button, click, and it'll say distance from distance. It'll say, from target, all that stuff. So you can see these little crosshairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
As she's actually setting up these targets and she's targeting in the vicinity of the actual robots, right? And it seems like if this was like a destructive, like, standard grenade, this would be a terrible idea because guess who's right next to that? This pilot's, Greg. And that's what's Slip is going to be like, wait. How are you? You're not going to blow us up, too. He's going to be saying something that he probably should know, but he doesn't really pay attention to her weapon because he slipped. But when she pulls the trigger, so I did the science and I actually talked to AI like for like a good 15 minutes about this. A
All this
while.
happened?
Nope, not that time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to get some actual like breakdowns of what's possible with sound acoustics. As we know, their leader and mentor, Colonel Mars, is really into. He has a weapon that's based on sound. All of their actual weapons have a vibration, a tuning. That's what helps them to lift up these large weapons and wave them around like they ain't nothing. They have a pitch and a decibel that they all kind of use. Hold on, I got to show this right. Where do I want to show? She's targeting the hand. So the hand would have to be from this perspective. Hold on, hold on. It's shooting that cord at Omar, wrapping him up. All right. So all of the weapons have that little.
Everybody's happy, excited about talking to
There you
people.
go. That's what you want to do. Hey man, I'll talk to the people. You go ahead and watch the game. So what they want to do is they got to get the actual auditory, you know, atomic, auditory. Basically, like you can lock into someone's you know, atomic at an atomic level, you can lock into their actual, cellular structure, if you will. Everything has that. Everything has it. A piece of wood has it. Your bones have it. Right. Your skin has it. Your hair has it. She can actually, get the actual molecular makeup of the thing, get its actual auditor, its molecular. Oh gosh, it's I got it written down. But basically, saying if she attunes to that molecular structure, she can basically just tear it up. Like she can literally shoot the actual grenade. It's a sonic grenade, so it matches the actual atomic structure of what it's shooting at. If she wants to tear up just the robots, she can. It doesn't tear up anything else in the vicinity. It makes noise, but it's not going to damage the pilots, the other team members, because it's attuned, and she can do this from far away. That's the technology that she has. So it can, it has like a little AI talking to her in her ear, similar to what the jets have, right? Their jets have an AI as well. And I actually had like a 15 plus minute talk with AI, with a Gemini, and it was like, you know what? Actually, this would be possible, but you'd have to do. And it said some really high advanced stuff, man. I copied and pasted it all down, and I put it in an email to myself, and I went to go search it up. It was like, actually, yes, that would be possible if you could actually make, somehow scan the actual, atomic makeup of the alloy of the thing from far away. Then yes, you could set an audible device that actually matches that. I was like, go ahead, good job, AI, get out my face. And then I said, that's what's gonna happen. And so that's why I was excited. It's not just a laser sniper. Now, it does take time to do this, just like a sniper rifle would, Um, so I didn't want to make it so easy to be like, all she has to do is point and shoot. She has to give it enough time to actually attune. So she has to see where she wants it to explode. She sets that little point in space, right? It actually shows, that's what I got to actually do in post. It's going to show the molecular, atomic, whatever their molecular structure is. It's going to be like, and I got to get the actual metal names and stuff like that. This is this is that. And it's going to be like locked. And we're going to that's going to be in one of the panels, targets locked and scanned and locked, something like that. And she's going to be like, all right, fire. And that's where you're going to get this shot where she's confidently like, she's already locked all the positions, doop, 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 doop. And she presses the button, the grenade gets fired, and it literally splits apart. And they're like small little, fragments, but they all have their own little ability to like travel. So I'm thinking micro drones that carry the payload of the actual explosion. So they splits apart. Let's say she has what, 5 targets? Yeah, 5 targets,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, it all splits apart and flies to the point she did. It's gonna be a nice explosion, and all of them basically get just eaten up, kind of just deteriorate right there. It's gonna be cool though. I have to draw that, and I've never seen that. I just got to remind you, I've never seen any of this happen in real life. So you have to actually make this up. But the kids will just see, cool explosion. I think Slip can be worried about it right before she does it. One, two. We got Genesis right here. This is Abel getting choked out. This is Slip right here. Robots grabbing onto his boot. This is Genesis getting, and then this is the actual little hand piece that's wrapped around Omar. Who else? Is there anybody else that needs it? I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Everybody that's getting, hemmed up. Slip, Genesis, Omar, and Abel. Yeah. Booyah. So what we'll do is this will be a full panel. No, 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 no. Wait. Because I kind of want this to actually, I want to show her perspective right before she hits it, and then Slip can have the objection, like, all right, shouldn't we move? Are you sure you got this thing tuned to the right frequency? Something like that. But I want to show her perspective a little bit. Maybe the AI is probably deciding here, or maybe we show her hitting the button because she's clicking it, clicking it, clicking it. It's almost like I want to go back to her right before we show all of the stats in her heads up display. Target locked, targets locked. 5 targets locked. Molecular structure. Matched. This like that. It's just a heads up, and it's just in her little reticle. But then that's where Slip could be like, "What? You sure you got that right?" It was,
She needs she needs to be like telling them just be quiet and be still.
or maybe this would be a good time for her to actually do a little bit of what they call banter, because she doesn't get to do a lot of banter. She can be like, you know what? I do have it off a little bit, but don't worry. Something like that. She can give him like something to worry about right before she fires, but she lying. She's like, she got it. Slip don't need to know that. He's panicking right at the last minute. So he's like, right. But that's where my excitement was. I was like, I almost forgot, man. But I did actually speak to AI about the tech. It is possible. They probably are building it right now because I had to talk with AI about it. You know what I mean? Because they own all that stuff. They keep the conversations and everything. But yeah, man. This tech is gonna be cool when we actually get to show her doing it like on a scale where she's like taking down multiple things. But again, there's a lot of that. We need a lot of space for that. Probably during that big war, the big war. And Slip is like, all right, like that. We don't really need to see. We just need to see him look like bugging out. Like, wait, I don't trust you. And she probably needs to smile or something right there. She gonna hit the button, pull the trigger maybe, and hit the button. But that's what that panel's for here. She's got the button clicked down like that. I figure the trigger may go here on this one, on the thumb right here. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out. Because I don't have any of these actual things to actually, use in real life. If I did, I'd probably be able to do it a little bit easier. The prototyping of this. Let me see. Because how do we show? This is a trick of, the cool thing about comics is when you're moving the camera around and you're trying to find where to put it, you want it to be a part of the storytelling, like we were talking about yesterday. But you still have to make it make sense in terms of what the writing is actually, trying to convey. I think she could be like squinting. I don't want her to close her eye though. Like she could be squinting like this. You feel what I'm saying right there?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is she talking to herself or the AI?
So with her, like we know what her personality is. She's like no nonsense. She hasn't really shown herself to have any fun, like
Mm-hmm.
like
Right, 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 right.
like everybody else. So I think if she's like that type A personality, she if she was gonna question herself, she would only do it to herself probably.
Right, 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 right.
Um, but the AI is a good avenue to go as well because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the AI is not gonna tell us like, "Ooh, you were scared."
Right. So maybe she responds like a single thingamabig right here. Uh, confirmed. Or what if she is then checking? Because then if we do this panel right here where it's actually giving her all of the settings, like confirmed, confirm. Maybe she's asking it for all the confirmation targets locked. I might go to shoot, like right here. She can have that, and then the AI says, compiling, data, compiling data, confirming targets or something, Am I good to shoot? Right here. And then it says confirmed, and it got like a little, check mark, confirmation symbol, whatever. Distance confirmed, material confirmed, all that stuff. And then Slip is like, what? And she, of course, needs to.
What if what if the AI comes back and they're stating the like they're saying, confirmed, 98%
Right.
accuracy or something.
Right.
And then it's be like, that's 2%. Hold on.
Right. Right. That's good. That's good.
I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write that down.
That's good. That's good.
What
That's
page
good.
is
This is 6 and 7. 6 and 7.
That's
6, 7. Oh my God, I said it.
God, I hate you.
It was accidental, all right? You asked the question, I just answered it. All right, she is gonna say, yeah, I like that. We'll say, wait, 92. Something like that. And then she's gonna answer something slick.
I'm
Too
typing
slip.
on the
Right.
on the doc right now. But yeah, say what you gonna say.
No, that's good. That's good. Right there. We'll put that last one like she's getting ready to hit the button to fire. Kadoosh is a good sound effect, but we'll probably play with other ones. All right. And then of course.
Kung Fu Panda.
Right. Dang. I have to do the hard thing. You know what the hard thing is? How do you show an explosion around multiple things and show that it didn't kill the kids, Greg? Do we want to show the aftermath of the explosion on page 8?
I think
You see?
well
Come
then
here.
that's getting into changing up how that would
Oh,
be
I got you. I got you.
adding a page.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Wait. Hold on. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
We can show the by the end of this basically
Yeah.
she needs to be like saying get out of here.
Right.
Like Ice Cube, and then because on 8
Mm-hmm.
and
How many panels is this?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 panels across 2 pages isn't that bad. But it does have to actually show. Okay, 2 things. There's 3 things I got to show. The fact that the grenade is going to split.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen in 1 panel. The explosion happening. And then, of course,
Okay.
the aftermath.
Follow me real quick.
Go ahead.
The on the next page.
8.
Yeah, on 8 and 9 is Lil Man and his boss are gonna be on. So in that we can show like the aftermath of what happens to the
Right.
robots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then long as she's saying, "Get out of here,"
Right.
and I want to make sure that we have the Ice Cube accent with it.
No,
But
you're
as
right.
long as she's saying that at the end, it's just going to be implied. We don't necessarily have to show the kids escaping.
I see what you're saying.
So, so yeah, we can show devastation
Mm-hmm.
here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but we can show like the results on the next page.
All right. Now we're gonna show the thing is flying towards its target. Real quick, real quick. Swish, 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 and then of course split into. It's gonna open up. We'll do a panel that splits it right here. It is then. I want to show like some cool micro drones. I'll have to design that real quick. We got 4 targets. Is that right? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
That's what we said. Bow, bow, bow. Show that this thing is actually splitting. Boop, boop. Thinking some cool little weaponized micro drones come out of this thing, right? But the shell falls away. Of course, they're still going fast. Whatever. We did it.
No, I'm just laughing at how cool this shit. how cool it's gonna, like it's gonna look.
Right.
And just also, man, it's like the process of
Right.
the process is just kind of a wonderful thing.
I've been living with this for a while, man, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait! This is actually gonna be dope to actually get this." And I remember when I say, if I don't feel excited about what's gonna happen, like I know what's gonna happen, but if it doesn't excite me in the implementation of it, it's boring, and then I lose interest. I'm like, nah, that's not it. That's not gonna be it. For y'all, I can give y'all an example. I called Greg. Go.
Hold on 1 second, Marcus.
Go ahead.
Right now, like on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Behind.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You called Greg, and what happened?
I there's some real science that I got, that I was reading about, and it turned out to be a really really good explanation for a story plot in our story, right? So I called Greg because I was super excited. I was like, oh my, listen, Greg, I got it. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, wait, just listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? It solves everything. It's gonna make sense of the technology. Remember, I was telling you about the robots and the thing and the thing. And what about? And I had to talk to him and talk him through it. And I sent him a link. And I was like, all right, what you got to do is you got to watch the link of what I just sent you. And then it makes it all make sense. It's gonna be great. Um, the excitement of what we already knew, what we were building, being supported by real technology. This is like bleeding edge technology at like today. If we moved it 70 years into the future, right, it would actually really really fall in line with all of the stuff that I like. I didn't know the technology, right? I was hinting at, I want the robots to be like this, I want the this to be in there, but I didn't have any real technology. It was kind of just, hand wavy technology, pseudoscience, if you will. But then I found some real freaking science to support it. And that's where it suddenly got super exciting because I'm like, now this pulls the story together in a way that we didn't define it exactly, but now we can. So it was just like, this is the kind of stuff to where she could have just had a sniper rifle and shot each of these robots in the head, right? That's a simple solution to the problem. She has a sniper, she's good with it, she shoots them. And then I was like, wait. I just don't want it to be that cut and dry and simple. And also I want her to be able to actually like take people down without murdering, everything. So yeah. And I think all of their weapons actually will have that ability to have like a stun feature because they're all pretty much except for maybe slips. We'll figure his out.
Yeah, but even like the thing about him, so there's two things like if it's like humans, he can, especially if we're going with that tuning aspect,
Right.
he can kind of use it the way Colonel Mars used his in issue 4, like
Right.
hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the biggest thing is these books. We sell a lot of these books to kids.
Kids.
We have kids
Mm-hmm.
in like schools and all of that. So it's like we definitely want to keep it clean enough to where
Correct. Right.
the babies, because like I know as people, even though our kids are older now, I know when
Mm-hmm.
they were young, it
Right.
was like, yeah, man, if it's gonna be blood and guts and murder, we're probably not going to let our kids look at it.
Right.
But
And we get that question pretty much every
every
time a
time,
parent or a teacher buys the book is like, is this safe for our classroom? And we can literally say, yeah, it's safe. It's safe. Yeah, we made it safe on purpose. So you can allow, kids from second grade on up to read it. There isn't any blood. They're fighting
there's
robots.
no bad language, no
Right.
sexual innuendos.
Correct.
So we try to keep it in a lane. William has a question, and we
Who did
did
it?
answer, but we'll answer again.
What is that?
He said, I might have missed this if mentioned in earlier shows. Is this how you guys normally work, plotting and sketching out everything page by page together live on a call? Is it always fully collaborative process? So yeah, the part that we're like nobody's seeing today is that we've already plotted out.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, so typically Marcus would thumbnail the whole thing up front, but this is just part of what we're doing this time. But we've
Yeah.
already plotted out like the book, like what's going to happen on each page.
Right.
The amount of pages that we're going to do. So that part is already done. But yeah, like going back to how we've been working with each other forever, most of the time we produce the most when we're together. Like,
Right.
and I think it's fun to show it because it is like such an abnormal process.
Yeah.
But like we're not like this stuff ain't scripted. Like if you were here like 10 minutes ago when we were trying to figure out who's gonna be saying what and how to inject a little humor, like that kind of stuff typically happens on the fly.
Right.
So once we get like these lines, like we've already shipped off pages to the colorist.
Mm-hmm.
So as the colorist comes back, then we'll start like really tweaking the script, like getting it ready for the letterer on
Right.
those pages, and we just kind of go. But the stuff that makes me that's so fun for me is, and I think Marcus too, is us like figuring out like these problems, like answering these problems on the fly.
Right.
I just think it makes the creation like more organic,
Right.
and you can kind of feel it. I think when you read it, that it's like uh, we're kind of locked in
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the dialogue has the ability to change
Mm-hmm.
even after this point, or even after we've talked about it. If we get into the pages and we're like, okay, so I was looking at this could be stronger, or this could make more sense,
Yeah.
because as we get through the art and everything is visible. If we actually conclude that, what, you're right, that actually does make sense. This is funnier here. If we, all of that can still change, much like a lot of the productions, again, like TV, film, and all that stuff. There's rewrites sometimes all the way up to the very you know
Yeah, we
point.
have like literally like
Yeah.
had it lettered, and then we're like, you know what?
Right.
I think it'll be cooler if such and such.
Right.
Or like when you do that, when you get that read back, and you're like, we didn't even have to say all of this because the art
Correct.
is already telling you some of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's just keeping your head on a swivel. The I think one of the main parts why Marcus and I have been like able to work together for so long is because we do this stuff without ego. Um, we're like trying to, you know, we're trying to make sure that we put out the best thing possible. So I think I've told the story before. There was the part an issue two, like we have an argument that basically, like the argument in the book basically stems from an argument from me and Marcus. Like, you know, I was at work and he called me. He's like, "Hey man, I think we got to do this." I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." And then we like started arguing. I went into a conference room, and this isn't like arguing like I'm gonna come beat you up or nothing. This is just, like us really, iron sharpening iron
Mm-hmm.
type
Mm-hmm.
thing where it's like, yeah, but we can get so. And Marcus was like, we can get so much more out of this. And then I was like, man, whatever. And so then instead of working, I set up my job and I wrote the I wrote those 2 pages out. And I'm not gonna lie, I was right there like, you think you know everything, and then I sent it to him, and he's like, "That's dope," and I was like, "Yeah, it is kind of
That's
dope."
pretty. That's pretty
You
dope.
were right. You were right.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
but that's always the thing. It's like I know that if he has anything, and vice versa, we know that
Right.
if the
Mm-hmm.
other person has any input or anything that you're trying to like correct or
Right.
not necessarily correct, but just alter.
Yeah.
It's like we know it's not coming from a place where it's like, yeah, I told it's not about
Mm-hmm.
that. It's not about winning. We trying to
Right.
win together. So,
Right.
ooh, I didn't even see. This is why we can't survive when Teresa's not here.
What
I
you do?
didn't even run. I didn't even run the ticker.
Come on, man. Do the
I'm running
tickle.
the ticker now. Anybody, if you need any of these books or any of the stuff that we wrote, if you're on Instagram, go to our bios because we got all our links in there.
Mm-hmm.
TuskegeeAirs.com is where you get Tuskegee books. Um,
I like calling them Tuskegee books.
yeah, yeah, I like that too. And then if you want to go anywhere else, um, to our private websites, go to our links on the in the bios.
Right.
And a
Now
lot of
the.
stuff like
Go ahead.
support stuff because Marcus is taking time away from other art that he could be doing to make money.
I was doing art right before this.
Right. I got like I'm as soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna go right back to hitting this script. I made a really good breakthrough. I'm happy. I wish I could tell you guys about these things. One day I will. Um, but yeah, so
Now
we
here's the.
can Well, oh, you got a trick. What's the trick?
Well, I was about to say, not a trick. It's almost like, and I've never seen a comic do it like that. Usually, you draw it right up to the edge of the page, because again, the edge of the page is going to be basically you gotta almost create a buffer. Like if I draw this panel all the way to the edge of the page, right? You know, because it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue to
Mm-hmm.
the next page. But in printing, you won't see this. You may not see
Yeah.
this. So I got two choices. I can either do it like this and literally just stop the panel here because you won't see it at the corner anyway, which is fine. And then when I get to the other thing, I can just continue it like it's a brand new panel, but it also goes together. You know what I mean? It's a trick. It's a trick. I think I'll do it that way. It's fine. I think I'll do it that way.
Ooh, I forgot to tell you. So we got I got the letters back with for Gina.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we just there's a couple things I want to tweak. I want to show it to you. I
Mm-hmm.
think um I think that there's at least one page. I'm gonna have to have you like make sure you format.
Mm-hmm.
Um, cause I think he said there's like at least one page that the size is a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so probably just
Cool.
put like a white border on it. But
Cool.
I'll send that to you. There is one part I know I want him to correct. It's a script, not I don't want to say error, but it's just like something that's not. I'll send it to
I'm
you.
about to say,
It's
send it
just
to me.
yeah, it's just something that kind of breaks the continuity a little bit.
All right.
But it looks good. We've had this art for 6,370 years.
It's a long
It's
time, man.
good to have words on it. And I think
Right,
what's
right,
good is for a six pager, I think
right.
he was in the pocket a little bit with it. You know what I
There
mean?
you go. There you go.
So, and
There you go.
then I got the Colonel Mars one
Mm-hmm.
coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, once we get that, we can start. Um, and that was gonna be my thing. Did you want to handle like the interior design, or do we want to
For which one?
like
Of the actual book?
time for the timelines? Yeah.
Um, I think if he wants to give it a shot, I don't mind. We got enough reference, of course, from other books. If
Yeah,
he's
that's
if it's something with those books, remember we just said we want to have what the back content,
yeah.
the
We can
pages, the non-story content is just basically, I don't want to
yeah
call it filler, but it's just added supported content is what we'll call it.
yeah. I think I wanted to do like a page
Yeah.
piece of just like text. It could have a little bit of art on it,
Right.
but it's just really like text to
Mm-hmm.
like break down what you're getting ready to look at, what you're
Right.
getting ready to read.
Show you right. Show you right. All right. So that ain't no thing. So what we just so I like the fact that we got to show this today. This is a lot of panels, and this is important to show. I don't think we did any episode of this so far where you guys got to actually see me mapping out what's going to be drawn. And
Mm-hmm.
I know it's chicken scratch for a lot of people. They're like, "What? How do you know what that is?" But I think this is a good window into the process that I do, and me and Greg talk it out. So I like the fact that this was able to be the meat of this episode, and I will definitely draw the majority of this tonight and tomorrow. So by the time we get to, even if I'm at the bottom of these panels tomorrow, um, yeah, we're pretty much this page is pretty much gonna be complete surrounding her. And I haven't forgot about this gun. I got a real good technique that I'm gonna use to get this gun done. Okay. I'm gonna use all the comic knowledge that I know. But this is like where I can actually genuinely start this book, these pages. Where's the lines? Here we go. Without worrying about, what am I draw tonight and tomorrow. I'm gonna look at page 8, and that shit sounds like it's gonna be a nice transition
It'll
from action.
yeah, it's definitely more expository. You get
Hmm.
to relax a little bit.
Yeah, we'll slow it down. Slow it down real quick. Take a breath.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We definitely started this book off on 10,
Yeah.
so we're gonna pull it back to nice little 6 or 7,
Hmm.
and and then we'll like bump it back up.
Show you right.
Well, you sounded like Barry White right there.
Sometimes I pull it out, man. You know what I'm saying? When I need it.
What is Barry short for? Barriston?
Nah, man, it's just Barry. I think. It could have been. He's an old guy, so he could have had anything from the old days. Bartholomew or all kind of good names back in the
Nah,
day, man.
his real name was Barry Eugene Carlos.
There you go. That's rare. You didn't have to get a show name.
I like Bartholomew though.
All right. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Now,
it says it's
what I would suggest, this is probably a disclaimer. This method is a little bit freeform. this is it's like jazz. And not everybody can play jazz. Okay. Me and Greg have been working together for a long time. So even as I'm describing what's happening, I didn't. There was no point in my description where I was like, "All right, Greg is gonna think this is stupid." Um, this is. I think I remember telling him I got something for Ayana's weapon. Like I got it's gonna work dope. You know who it was? I was describing this to oh boy, he was asking how all the weapons work. We were supposed to get somebody to do these in 3D, the
Mm-hmm.
weapons, and he was asking how they work, and I was like, okay, listen, man, it's not simple stuff, okay? It's gonna take a little bit of explaining. Abel's sword does this, this, and this, and he got excited. He was like, okay, what about Ayana's weapon? I was like, I need time. I'm gonna need some time to really think on that one. It's just not what you think it is. And he's like, okay, but all right, man, I'm excited. So I was like, no, I know, but not yet. It's not ready. All right, it's not ready. Because I genuinely was like, it has to be more than just a sniper rifle. I did all that God bless work on the dang on thing. It can't just be a basic sniper rifle. I was like, it got to be something dope. And I think I told you, Greg. Like the time I may have told you, but I was so excited. I was like, I got it, I got it. I can't think of any anime that's done this. So, and I like to try to make it seem like something that nobody else has, man. I think that's one of the biggest compliments, honestly, is even though I hate drawing robots and lines and straight lines and machines, I have been complimented by people that watch anime that says this is reminiscent of something, but I've never seen this design before. And I'm like, you got doggone right you haven't, because I spent all night Googling and looking through all the best anime I could think of to make sure it didn't look like that. And that's a really, really, it feels rewarding if somebody else sees it and says, no, never saw that. But it feels, like I did a head nod to something. But I genuinely don't know. Now, granted, man, anime, Japanese people, I don't know what kind of psychedelic they take to make the dope stuff they do all the time. All the time. Greg does not watch
I'm looking at it.
Jujutsu. Listen. Greg does not watch he doesn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay? He doesn't know why I would say that in such a way. The fight scene that just blew up the internet a few days ago, last week, you probably don't know what that is because you haven't seen the show, Greg. It's
Yeah.
unnecessary for them to go that hard. No one sits around a cafe and says, you know what we should do? We should have the character have gravity powers, but also that's not going to do it. It doesn't matter that the person's putting the weight of the earth on their shoulders and another dude is punching 700 million, fist from the sky. It's not going to do it. You know what's going to do it? Not that. We need something else. No one sits around like Starbucks and just comes up with this stuff, man. It has to be. This is a compliment, by the way. It has to be some sort of mind altering, psychedelic something. Maybe it's a plant. I don't know. This is
So
this
you
is
saying we should do some mushrooms? Is that what you're
Listen,
saying?
I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, we don't have it here. That's all I have to say about it. I've never seen any American show do anything as cool as they do consistently on. It's just like everything has to be to 10. Everything, bro. Nobody thinks this way. How did y'all get to this point where y'all like, yeah, that's a good idea? No, that's the best idea I've ever heard, sir. How did you come up with that? In a fight scene, no less. Nobody fights like this. So that's where I'm just like, listen, man, I want to get to a point where that's normal for me at least. And I don't know what kind of journey I have to go on, man. Maybe I have to go on some sort of, nomad
Need to
journey to the west. I don't know what it is, man. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
we need to do some ayahuasca.
I just want to be successful in the ability of saying, Marcus, how'd you come up with that? And then I'll say, can't explain it.
I smoked rocks.
Right. I can't explain it. I can't give you the answer to that. But it took time, man. Yeah, man. You gotta, as soon as you start watching and just breaking into some of the deeper, especially technology, any kind of technology anime, I don't understand why they go so hard. They don't have to. It's not like they're gonna make it, but they go hard enough to say, you know what, this needs to be able to be printed on 3D printers one day, or we need to make one in a basement. And that's, I just, maybe they get that kind of pressure from the government. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but maybe that's what happens. I respect it. And I tell my kids every time, I'm like, look at this. Look at what they're doing. They don't got to go this hard, kids, at all. But anybody that watched jujitsu, man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. I kind of want to send it to Greg just so you can see. You don't have to watch all the episodes. Just watch the ones that I show you, and they're only up to what I think they're up to episode 5. Yeah, I think we watched 6. Maybe they're doing 6 next week. It's too dope. There was a speedster, somebody that could run really fast. His power, as they described it, is he can go 24 frames per second. I don't know if you understand the meaning of that based on how animation works. The animators basically said we should do a dude that runs the speed of animation. They say this in the story, 24 frames per second. It's unnecessary. Nobody has that power ever anywhere. It's like, hey, we're gonna make him run the speed of animation because then no one can see him when we animate it. It's just, ugh, the unnecessary dopeness of it all, man. I really appreciate them, and I also can't understand what drugs they take, and I want to understand that one day. I don't take drugs yet.
Why don't we Google it? What kind of drug?
They're not gonna tell you.
They
That
might.
that would disrupt their industry, Greg. They don't want other people to do what they can, man. Wouldn't make any sense. And I get that. I get that. It's really selfish and that's whatever, man. But yeah, hopefully one day somebody will say, Marcus, what kind of drugs were you taking when you came up with a sonic sniper rifle that has the ability to, target the molecular structure of something?
All right. So Google says there's no evidence or credible information to suggest that the creators use illicit drugs.
Right.
Let's say Gage Akutami's health and work ethic. He's known for working under intense pressure and
Right.
taking breaks due to health issues.
There you go. And I know what that stands for, which is he's took too much of the psychedelic, and he had to put it down, man. Because what else can you do?
Lost touch with reality.
Right? He's like, yeah, I got another idea, bro. You need to take a break. No. Listen, this is great. And then yeah, he went too far, man. It's a compliment, guys. I just want y'all to know that, man. They're the best at what they do. I have to go there and figure out if they'll let me at least try. So you're saying you want to try this drug? Yes, I do.
They're gonna take a one look at your night skin and be like, go back
Give me a
to where you
chance.
come from.
Give me a chance. Okay, I can do it. I promise. It would upset their industry, man. They have it's a priority kind of thing.
It'll upset you when it's $6 an hour.
I just wanted to make sense, man. That's all.
Think
All right,
your
wait.
back is bothering you now when you're sleeping on a bamboo mat under your
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What, man? Gotta make sense. I just wanted to make sense one day. All right, that's all. Uh-oh. All right, guys, we're gonna I'm not gonna hold everybody. We did some good. This is a good episode. As you can see, this won't take me long to get through these guys. These are very short panels. It's just the robots. But to come tomorrow, I will hopefully be able to place her because she's in a folder by herself. See, I can just move her around like chicka 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 chicka. Right. And I can drop her into place. Now that I got she's gonna be on page 6 for the most part. But then when I lay out the panels for page 7, I can just kind of fit her in and put the panels where they need to go around her. But I'm glad y'all got to see this. This is the madness of the ingredients, and I still got. There's a lot to still kind of do in post in terms of what's missing, but we got the general idea. If you see these little, little marks and stuff, I want it to kind of make sense technology wise. It's AR, so augmented reality overlaying onto what she's seeing, and she has control over the points. So as she clicks a point in space, the actual AI's, confirms, okay, got it, and then she goes from there. Confirms her targets, hits the button, good douche, and then you'll see, of course, you'll see the laser. I'm gonna show the laser somehow, maybe on the ground, because she does have like a laser pointer, basically confirming her space. But yeah. I think I think y'all get the point of what's going down.
I don't.
God dang it! Come on, man. Why would you not pay attention during my explanation? All right, you're supposed to pay attention. I watched How to Train Your Dragon last night, the live action one.
Hmm.
I wasn't disappointed because they still acted it fairly well. I would I still want to watch the animated one just for reference. I saw the things that they added. Yeah, I saw what they added. Like that's not bad. It's not bad. Nothing was
I thought they did a good job.
yeah, nothing was out of place or unnecessary. Obviously, you didn't have to change the story because it was good already. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I approve this message. The graphics were good. The dragons look like dragons as they should be. Nothing was low quality about it, and I was able to enjoy it and say, yeah, I want to see the cartoon one now just for old time's sake.
I do think it's fake. I don't think that people
Okay.
really have dragons.
Well,
I
if
think
you
it's
believe in wrestling at some point in your life, then I think you can just suspend disbelief for a little while, man, because a lot of people believe in dragons. Okay, it's not fair for you to try and cancel out somebody's belief system in dragons. All right, so what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm gonna color this panel just to spite Greg. Okay, just to spite Greg here.
no,
It's not a
no.
bad. It's not a bad thing. All right. It's not a bad thing what I'm doing, but but I'll go ahead and color this, and I want to see what it'll look like. Take this and put this and I drop it there. Then come back to Ayana. Wow. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to pick this up in Photoshop. That's the one thing about this software that's a little annoying is I can't pick a folder up. I think. I think. I don't think I can. I've tried before and it's failed miserably. But this is all I'm gonna color right here. We're not gonna color the robot. The robot can be what it is. I'm not gonna color that right now. But I am gonna
So
leave.
how are you gonna do that? So her head is gonna be covering her mouth,
What are you saying?
covering that part.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Or if it does obstruct it too much, I can always size her down a little bit. But the goal is she is primarily the content of the page right there. So as long as it flows well,
Yeah,
we'll.
I think it's definitely gonna flow well.
You saying you like my page layout, man? Thanks. I
Yeah,
appreciate that, man.
I don't think we've had some cool layouts. I don't think we've had a layout like this.
Right. I'm not allowed to look. I'm not allowed to create more pages, so we have to make this work. All right. So to be honest, I would have added at least one more page, man. At least one more, because I was like, I want to show each explosion hitting the robots by the neck and all that stuff. I want to show the kids, reactions. That's a lot of extra pages. So we're not gonna do that this time. Not gonna do it this time. It's fine. It's fine. I've learned my lesson. And in the nature, look, in the nature of time, we're gonna do this right.
That is a it is good exercise to like work
Right.
on sticking to
Oh yeah,
the
man.
page count.
Oh yeah.
Because when these people, like most of these people, when they come at you,
Uh,
they're like like the graphic novels I'm doing right now, they gotta be like 112.
Right, 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 right,
That it's like it has to be 112. So it's like pacing that out, this
mm-hmm.
long, this big story, and
Right,
making sure I hit the 12.
right.
And I got like, I sent my editor like the first 104, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, now this is what I can do, but I want to get your feedback.
Right,
Yeah, like I could end it like this, I could do it like this, but
right,
the page counts, they'll be playing.
right. Especially when this is an independently published book, so nobody's gonna reprimand us,
Right.
But in the nature of, can we get this out in time to make it make sense? I gotta reprimand myself, man. Like, nope, 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 nope. Though I can set a precedence, man. We're gonna start doing this to where it makes sense time
You
wise.
can, you can do it.
Right. Like, hey, I got the power. You got the touch. You got the.
Going hard over there.
All
Take it easy.
right. And then we're gonna get her collar in there real quick. We got her collar. See what I'm saying? This is easy, man. I ain't trying to mess up, man. Just trying to get it in. Let y'all see an episode. You know what I'm saying? Do what we do. You see it. Has Tony Baker ever come to Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Did you watch it? Did you go to the show?
Mm.
Okay, I was about to tell you a traitor, man. Why didn't you let me know? You don't ever let me know when cool stuff happens, man. It's like you want it all to yourself, man.
Because you live in South Carolina, man.
It's
Like, you
actually not. It's actually not where I live.
I wanted to, when him and Kevin on stage came,
Mm,
uh, they did to do that Bald Brothers thing. I kind of want
yeah.
to see them do that. I've
Right.
been watching those on Tubi
Were they on
and
stage?
Hulu. Yeah, where they're like they bring people on stage. And
Right. Right. Right.
those dudes are
Hilarious. Yeah. Yes. Yes. It's good
they are
times.
like man.
Yeah. I would like to see that as well.
I would like to see her.
See that, y'all? That's it. That's it. That's how it is. Now let me see. Let me try this real quick. I don't know if it's gonna let me do this. Hold on.
To all the killers
If
of
I copy
Atlanta.
this, see, it's not letting me do that. That's not what I want. Can I do? I don't think it'll let me do that. It says copy, but it just copies it in place there. What happens if I go here? Can I paste it here? Nope. Cannot. All right, I'll do that in Photoshop. It's fine. I'll bring this folder. I can't bring it
Mm-hmm.
over in this software. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how, but I'll bring that over to this, and then I'll place her on tap like that. Actually, you know what I can do real quick? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
No, we don't know.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Merge layer set. Copy that. It'll let me copy that. Obviously, I want to copy her full. Wait, what's that? What are you doing? Stop it. Okay. Select all. Copy. Paste. There she is. There she is. All right. Boom. Then I can show y'all what it's gonna look like. Map it out like that. See that? So I get to play with the placement. As long as we get enough of her mouth right there, that should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hating on that. Boom. Let's bring her above the actual thing for a second. So she's above it. Look at that. Look at that. And I can move her, of course. And just bring it on down. If we need to get that bubble, that word balloon that's right there on her face. See what I'm saying? And still got her in the shot. Looks like somebody planned for that to happen like that. That's what's crazy to me. And then, of course, all this, I got to do some nice dust and explosionary smoke stuff going behind her, some speed lines going that way. Oh, man, it's gonna come together, folks. I just want you guys to believe in me sometimes, okay? Please believe me. But I'll be able to get some of this done in what they call photo to the shop. bring this over, and then I'll create the next page, which is 7, because that has a lot of panels on that one. Do 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 do, and then it all reads that way. I feel like that works, man. We got to come up with a good onomatopoeia right here. Okay.
Shabba labba. Nah, I got it, man. I got
All
it.
right. I was about to say I'm depending on you, man. Don't let me down.
Look, I'm not gonna release it to the world just yet.
Right, right, right. Come up with something real good,
A new one. Boom.
yeah. That's quality stuff. All right. So let me undo this so I don't forget. She is in place. I am not really messing with this. I didn't do anything on this. I'm closing this. Don't save it because I didn't do anything. This is just a flat layer. She's gonna have more stuff, but I just wanted to do that for placement. Wow. And if it comes down to it, I can always put a piece of white border right behind her. All right, we wind it down, y'all. I'm just playing and being myself. But thank y'all for joining, yeah, and seeing the process of what they call comic creation. We coming back tomorrow. We are doing this until Friday. Every week, Monday through Friday, every week. I like to take the weekends off so I can lollygag. Also do stuff. If I put like, let's say, for instance, let's say we put like a yellow behind her, right? Obviously not down there, but the point is, you see how I can separate her from the panel?
Yeah.
Right. If it came down to it, I could do that.
Yeah,
But
that would be more than
fortuitous. You know what I'm saying? Fortuitous and also important. But I think that's gonna work. It looks good. It's almost like I had the foresight to make that look good, and I didn't mean to. We can make it ugly,
You're a liar.
but I just feel
You
like
lie.
there's chances to make things ugly as well as good, and I didn't mean to make this look even remotely decent. It's not my goal. Okay, we're gonna lose all of this is gonna be covered up. That nice belt is gonna be covered up. All right, doesn't matter. We do this for the people. I'm gonna save that, and we're gonna save this for now. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
We have Alpha Luminosity saying thank you for sharing, for the inspiration.
It's a pleasure, man. This is the fun
This
stuff.
is
This is the fun
King
stuff.
CA. Thank you for sharing your process. This is nice. Thank you guys for coming. It's actually fun now because we're having people that are hitting us up like, y'all going live tonight?
Right.
Which
Right.
I take as people trying to make us, keep going so we can get this thing done.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that is great. Marcus, I am going to ask you to start thinking about cover.
Yeah. Okay. No, I told you I got one with all. I think we should do the same thing we did with 4 though, because I like the collectability of that, and we
Mm-hmm.
get people, 2 types of people that are like, nah, I want the villains, I want the heroes, and I
Right.
think that's
So
a good dichotomy.
are you gonna do both of them?
I see both of them in my mind. In my mind.
Can you get it done
Merry
by like
Christmas.
Monday?
It's not impossible, man. It's just like as long as I get to 10 like if I get to 10, what's today? Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday today. We're gonna complete pages 6 and 7. 8 by tomorrow night is the goal. Friday could be 9. And depending on what the content is, man, it's totally plausible for me to get to page 10 by the middle of the month, and then it's just a rapid fire to get to page 20.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be. We call it killing yourself.
I'm trying not to, man, but these are helping me to stay accountable to we're doing it's page work is getting done. Rodney is on a case. I'm not worried about nothing like that. So the fact that I could just keep moving is phenomenal. So it's probably gonna flow really well. We still gotta go through post and we still gotta, of course, do all the nice word balloons. But I mean, map out what they're saying. We got somebody that's gonna work on word balloons, so that's exciting. But yeah, man, That's it's looking good. We're gonna get this
All
done.
right. All
All
right.
right, man.
Well, yeah. I'll talk to you on tomorrow.
Chimera. What'd he say, man? He said makes what? Makes me want to jump back into mine from many moons ago. Go on and do it then. Do that.
Yes.
And do it consistently, because this feels good to see it come together, and you guys again get to see the process. So it's coming. Harold in the house. What up?
Thank y'all for hanging out with us
Stay real.
as we wander aimlessly through
All
life.
right, man.
All
Tomorrow.
right.
Good times. Bye.